Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I'm a little tuckered. I went even further today. I'm on a jog, and it's cooler. So I guess weather has a lot to do with health. But anyway, I was thinking, would you help me if I needed help? And then, would you help anybody if they needed your help? And then the next thing is, what kind of help is it that I need or they need? This is something you need to figure out. Before you can help anybody, you got to know what I need to do to help them. And what I'm thinking is, you see how when the police are doing something in a rough part of town, and they want to arrest somebody, or you notice how a mob comes up around them, and then what do? Hey, stay back, stay back. They're trying to take control of the situation. Don't forget, law enforcement is, they look at themselves as the zookeepers. And we the people, we are the ones in the zoo. And they have to keep us in line. So they know, they've been taught on what you do. You yell at these people, I'm giving you an order, and they start cussing them, and they do all this kind of stuff. This is what you do when you are trying to take control of a situation or a person. Okay? And I'm wondering, what do you do when you want to take control? Well, for one thing, I'm older and I'm wiser than what I used to be. As a young guy, it's hard to jump in with some cops and, try to get everybody to calm down, take control of the situation without escalating it. And that's why you see in this mob, they're young people, they don't think, and they start doing stupid stuff. As we get older, we're smarter. We know what to do and how to do it. The problem is, do we get involved? Okay, now, I don't do mob tactics. I'm not a mob tactics kind of guy. And I really have, okay, a mob is not people. A mob is a bunch of people, and they're not thinking. They're like an animal. They do weird stuff. That's why the police are scared of them. And that's why they try to control the situation before it turns into a mob. Now, I've got a lot of experience with mobs, and I don't work for the government. So my tactics are a whole lot different. And so I can get the same stuff done as a mob, but I don't need to go through all that mob mentality kind of crap. And this is what when I asked, would you help me? Okay, I've mentioned if I'm like in Walmart and there's shooting getting going, I'm not going to run and hide. I know how I can get up and walk and go find the problem and take care of the problem. And the reason I'm walking calmly is I'm thinking, what is the problem? How many are there? You know, and I know there's shooting going on. So, and then like I say, I don't want to go walk around with my gun out because, you know, people think I'm one of them. So, you know, so I've got the way I can walk amongst everybody and they're not thinking I'm one of the bad guys. And and the way I would settle it isn't, or I don't know if it is or not, and I don't really care if it's the same way that the police would handle it. Why? I work on morals. And I feel like I have a moral responsibility, either to the Walmart shooting, I'm in Walmart and somebody starts doing the shooting, or some people. I have a responsibility, a moral responsibility. Okay, if you needed help, I have a moral responsibility towards you. And is it because the mob is after you, or is it because the police are getting you for some reason? This is that's why I am calm, and I'm trying to figure out the situation. And then I will discuss it with, hey, go! I'll discuss it with the mob or whoever thinks they have the authority at that particular time in that particular place. It might be a gang, 6 or 8 people, and they're mugging you. And then I'm going to have to take over the authority and calm everybody down and have everybody go. And I have plans on how to do all this stuff. And I think it's one thing is because I've got experience. I've done a lot of it. So, and it doesn't make any difference if it's military, police, rebels, gangs, cartels, big gangs. It doesn't make any difference. I've got, and it's the basic understanding on what it is I'm going to do. And this is what I'm bringing to your attention, because I may need your help. And how are you going to help me? I want you to think of the different situations that are going on, and then you can come in and help me. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll back you up. Yeah, I'm right there. You can count on me. That's easy for people to say that stuff. But majority of the time, they don't. It's confusing, it's scary, and they are unprepared. And these are things that you need to deal with. Prepare, you can do that. It is scary. You have to conquer your fears. And the way to do that is to have a plan. know what it is that you're going to do. It doesn't make any difference if you do it right or do it wrong. I made a lot of mistakes. Doesn't make any difference. But I've done it. And most of the time, I was able to take care of the situation. Especially as I was learning, I wasn't able to take care of the situation, especially since I'm American and I've got this thing about the rule of law, like law is superior. This is what we all go by. Well, in the old days, we all went by that. Nowadays, there is no rule of law. They've got the law for we the people, and that is so then they can control us because we are in the zoo. So, but you're going to have to figure out how you can help people. And when you do help somebody, you will see others may back you up. It's hard to stand. It really is. It's much easier to go along, be one of the cattle in line and go off to slaughter. That's a lot easier than standing up. But sometimes when you stand up, there'll be others that will stand with you. And this is what I'm talking about. Would you stand up, or would you stand up with the others if I need your help? And this is something you need to think on and you need to work on. Okay, I've got smoke. I've got whistle. These are things that are work. These are things that you could use in controlling what's going on. Then, you don't really want to. Well, and you hear me talk about the tomahawk. The tomahawk is a weapon, but it's only a weapon as far as you can use it. So, if I'm coming up casually, not threatening with tomahawk, it could be something used to calm everybody down also, especially if we're talking about a mob and I'm walking right in the middle of it to get your ass. I'm walking right in the middle of all them. I'm going to be having that tomahawk. There's going to be some people thinking, because more than likely they've never come up against a tomahawk. But there's things you can do to get ready, to get prepared. Then the next thing you do is use your mind and start figuring out what it is you're going to do and how you're going to do it. But I would appreciate your help, because I know what I'm going to do with your help or without your help. And I know what I'm doing is moral. It looks like they're aiming to get rid of the Constitution. The Constitution limits them, not us. So once they've lost their limitations, in which it already looks like, they act like they don't have their limitations anymore. They act like they want to take control of every aspect of our life. Because you got to get that. These are all things. It's a lot easier to make people do the little things than it is the big things. So we'll start with the little things, make people do the little things, and we'll make them scared. So, and that's another thing. If you're prepared, you're not scared. What to be scared of if you're prepared for anything? But anyway, this is my thoughts. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.